Now, as you might be able to see behind me, we've had some really big changes on our Florida homestead recently, with 3 brand new baby calves being born. And I'm happy to say that very soon there's going to be a dedicated video talking all about the babies and the mamas and the whole process that we've been going through for the past couple weeks. But today we're going to be taking a look at something a little bit different. It's a product review from Vevor of a drain cleaning machine. This thing has a 100-foot long pipe that can clean up to 100 feet of your plumbing, and it's also got a 1/2-inch diameter thickness. And this channel dips its hand in a lot of different pots, so to speak. We talk about self-reliance, we talk about animals, self-sufficiency, being a little bit more resilient. And this product is interesting because, a drain cleaning machine probably isn't the first thing that you think of when you think of a homestead, but for the price that you would have to pay a plumber to come out and fix a problem with your plumbing, you can just do it yourself. If you teach yourself how to use this drain cleaning machine, you can clear some pretty tough clogs. So it's an interesting concept. I didn't even know that a thing like this existed until I got offered to take a look at it. So I said, you know what? Why not? That's what we do here on Florida Homestead. Let's open it up. Let's take a look at what this thing is all about. And I've actually got a couple of things that don't drain very well right now. They might be clogged. Let's see if we can clear that out. Folks, come on. Let's take a look. Now, when you get the box for the Vevor Drain Cleaning Machine, one of the first things you're going to notice is how heavy it is. It really is quite a heavy piece of machinery. And once you get the wheels attached to it, you won't have much problem moving it, but until then, you might need somebody to give you a hand. Now, one thing that it's got going for it is the fact that this thing comes pretty much all the way put together. There are a very few pieces that you'll need to do yourself, such as putting the handle in there, go ahead and screw it in place with a nut that's included, and then you need to put an axle in on the back to get the 2 wheels installed. But again, both of these things are really easy, really simple to put this together and get it ready to rock and roll. It takes about 5 minutes, truth be told, altogether, and I was honestly really surprised with how out of the box this thing is. And one of the things that you'll notice, it's actually a core feature of the machine itself, are these 4 different cutting devices. There's certain ones that are more like probes. They're just meant to go ahead and do a precursory look down your drain to get a sample of the occlusion back for you. And then there's certain ones like the arrow cutter, the C cutter, and the spade cutter, and they're actually meant to bring pieces of it back up and actively remove the clog that's in your drain. So it's probably a little bit echoey in here. I apologize for the acoustics, but I've got the machine pretty much set up. We're gonna do a test run on this thing on this toilet. Now, this toilet's not clogged to my knowledge, even a little bit, but we're gonna use that beginner, that entry level, basically this bit right here, which is basically just a probe, more or less. You probe it to see if there's any kind of obstruction, and if there is, it takes a piece of it up with it so that you know how to proceed with the other pieces, with the other bits on the end. So we'll just use the probe. We'll see how this actually works. So after a bit of last-minute preparations, we went ahead and tested this out for the first time on our toilet drain. Now, I attached the probe bit to the end of the drain snake, and one thing that I should have done was read the instruction manual, which encourages you to wear gloves. I didn't do that, and as I started to operate the machine, it was just tearing up my hands. This thing is a beast. I wasn't really anticipating it to be that strong. I was able to get it past the drain trap, way down into the toilet drain. I can definitely see how it would have destroyed any kind of blockage that would have hypothetically been there. But like I said, it was just tearing up my hands. So I went ahead, I moved the whole drain cleaning machine outside at this point to our septic drain, our main septic drain. I booted it up out there with my protective gloves on, and I was really able to get this way down in there. I can see that it's just got a lot of force to it. If there was any kind of occlusion or blockage down there, I could see how you could use the 4 different bits to really poke at it, tear at it, and get that unclogged. And this probably can save you a lot of money, a lot of a headache of having to call somebody else out to do it for you. And folks, that's going to do it for today's review, the Vevor electric drain cleaner. It's a really cool tool and a nice addition to your arsenal, whether you're a homesteader or not. One thing that I will say, the snake is powerful. It's much more powerful than it appears at a glance. So make sure you're wearing some heavy duty gloves when you go to feed it into the drain, or you'll get your hands a little bit scuffed up like I did. And make sure you read this guide. Now on the drain cleaner machine itself, it says that there's 3 settings. There's forward, off, and reverse. But believe it or not, you're going to leave it in that forward setting 99% of the time. That reverse setting is only meant to be used very momentarily in case you come up against a blockage and you can't quite move the probe anymore. Typically, you'll actually keep it in the forward setting and adjust the lever on the drum in the front. There's a forward, neutral, and reverse setting on that lever in the front. That's going to give you all the movement that you're going to use a majority of the time. If you put the machine into that reverse setting for too long, the cord can actually get tangled up and the machine can basically be broken. It can be rendered unusable. So make sure you read the guide before you jump in. It's easy to overlook. It's easy to think that that lever just means, oh, let's go in reverse. Don't make that mistake. Thank you so much, Vevor, for letting me take a look at this awesome tool. And folks, for more reviews and to see some more of our beautiful animals out here on the homestead, don't forget to subscribe. And until next time, it's Justin with Florida Homestead. Guys, take care. Bye-bye, y'all.